So I think my abstract might be, I figured my abstract, it's, crap. Morning. I am studying. We have some work to do over Christmas, which I've been doing, but I need to start writing now. We have to do a case study. If you remember me and Megan going back and forth to a theatre company in Birmingham, she's doing that company, I am doing a different company, and we've done our research and stuff, and we've done mock presentations. I've not done a mock presentation on my company because I was with Megan and we were doing open theatre, but this is what I've chosen to do. And yeah, I have these books to, not to read like in full, I've been reading them. I need to go back and pick out the key bits so I can reference them in my case study, and that's what I'm doing now. Because to do a case study you need to present an abstract, which is essentially you say what you're going to be evaluating in the case study. So you might be doing a case study on no, that's a bad example. Okay, here's an idea. You could see, this is why I'm stuck with my abstract. It's hard to think about it. So the company I'm studying is sort of theatre and education and theatre of the oppressed, and the piece specifically I'm studying is about someone with schizophrenia, and it toured around the UK with various aims, and they've achieved these various aims and they've had certain feedback. So I think my abstract might be I don't know how to phrase it because it's like you do an entire paragraph for the abstract, but essentially about, is it worthwhile having pieces of theatre in the curriculum specifically to teach about mental illness? So you need to find theory to back it up with. That's why I'm looking through the books again. Or yeah, exploring whether a topic on mental health and mental illness, teaching, educating, destigmatising, should be brought into the curriculum, and exploring this through a theatre piece, and proving whether it is needed in the curriculum through people learning through theatre. That's, well, maybe I'll tell you what my abstract is when I come up with it, I don't know. But something to do with getting mental health into the education system. And I know it already is. It's taught about a very little bit in citizenship or PhD or whatever you want to call it, but not much. You learn that there are people with mental health problems. You don't learn about people with mental health problems, and you don't learn about mental health problems. You don't learn about where to go for help. Yeah, I don't know, wish me luck. But I'm gonna continue, and I'll leave you to the rest of your Saturday. So earlier I started cooking a ratatouille because I watched that film the other day and I was like, well, I want to make a ratatouille, and last time I made one it didn't go brilliantly because I cut the pieces too thick. What do you think, Dad?
That looks very nice.
Looks lovely. Yeah.
It smells divine.
Want to see it?
So I thought there's cheese on it, but there isn't, is there?
There's no cheese on it. In there is, it's not really ratatouille because there's different things in it, but there's courgette, aubergine, onions, carrot, tomato and mushroom. And then it's just got, I was lazy, I just used pasta sauce. It's also got a garlic clove there and a garlic clove there. So, I'm hoping it'll be good. So I decided to take it out and put it on the plate. Still looks good. I'm yet to try it. So ratatouille is served like that because of the film, I think. Usually it's diced veggies, and it is a way to use up vegetables that are going off. That was how it came about, I believe. Because we used it in, well, I used it in an example of a GCSE food tech question we got. The question was, come up with 3 different ways to use up fruit or vegetables that are going off. So 1, I said to pickle them. 2, I said to do a ratatouille, chop them up, and because there was a few different things, like they gave you ingredients. It was like mushrooms and tomatoes that were going off, and onion, things like that. So I said you could pickle the onion. Ratatouille, yeah. I hope it tastes good. Tonight going to Kelly's house again with some other people. Every now and then, like 3 or 4 times a year, they do what they call a gains night, because Derek is all about them gains, where we go over and eat and drink and play games. So yeah, I thought I'll eat this. I'll probably get a pizza when we're out, but I thought this is my lunch. It's 5 o'clock, but I only woke up at 1 o'clock. I didn't realise how long I'd slept in for, but I had real trouble getting off to sleep last night because I was in a lot of pain with my knee. It's now not seeming to hurt too much today. I think it's overnight because I tend to sleep on my stomach, and that means also sleeping on my knee. So I've got a pile of cushions at the end of my bed at the moment, so I can raise my ankle so that it's at a right angle so that the knee isn't flat on itself. Anyway, back to research for the case study. I figured my abstract. It's crap. I've forgotten it again. I've written it down. It's evaluating a performance in educating others on psychosis, and evaluating how, or exploring the possibility of teaching about psychotic illness through performance, including but not limited to in schools. That's like the starting sentence that I have. So, more or less. Anyway, I'm going to go and eat this and continue my research, which is largely raking through the internet trying to find a valid source for some of the research I found, which is really useful, but I can't find a source. And also largely consisting of the WHO website, World Health Organization, and looking at schizophrenia, bipolar and psychosis and suicide. It's all happy, shiny stuff. Good evening. I seem to have been in a position where our house just looks like junk. We've got all this paper on the board, then we've got loads of fridge magnets. I'll come to the fridge and you can see our fridge magnets. So I went to Derek and Kelly's house. Ben was there. Ben drove down and then he left because he's got a cold and he was feeling bad, so he came home, which is fine. And then I just came home now, got an Uber. It's 1:30. We played lots of games. It was very fun. I didn't vlog at all because it's so fun, and sometimes aren't meant for vlogging, they're meant for living. So yeah, but it was really fun. Good people. There was just 6 of us, but it was good, and I'm very thankful for that time that I got to spend. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for more thankful thoughts.